Hey, hi everyone, what's up? It's John Lee here. I'm your local realtor, also known as the Property Shark. Now, usually I'm used to filming a lot of real estate focused videos, but today I really wanted to talk about something that's really dear to my heart, and it's around the topic of mindset. Right now, if you're like me, I mean, we're all millennials, you've probably been in a point in time where you're not quite where you want to be yet, and then you just feel like you're stuck. Maybe you're not happy with the way your life is right now, whether with work or with school. You feel unhappy and motivated, you feel a little bit stuck. You're not sure how to get out of this funk, right? So if you watch this video till the very end, I'll give you my top 3 mindset hacks for you to reset your brain, recharge, get focused, and for you to elevate and break through that funk. All right? And before I forget, please remember to hit the subscribe button and the little notification bell. I was trying to figure out the notification bell and the little subscribe button for more awesome content, not only surrounding real estate, but more so about mindset, about investing, business as well. So we're gonna drop a video every single Monday. So if you like to see that, hit the subscribe button down below. All right, so let's get right into it. I've written down on board 3 things. So you have to start asking the right questions. I put why versus how, and that's the difference between a poor mindset and a rich mindset. And when you have a poor mindset, you're so focused on the negativity side of things. And that's by no means the way that people tend to think. Well, it is, because we're wired that way, because we're wired to think negatively to protect ourselves. It's kind of like fight or flight. So when you're stuck with an uncomfortable situation, we tend to question ourselves and put ourselves down without knowing it by asking questions like, why am I not where I want to be in life? Why can't I drive that Ferrari? Or why can't I start that business? Why can't I travel the world? Now, instead of asking the why question, I want you to simply switch one word out, and that is to switch the word to how. How can I drive that Ferrari? How can I start a business? How can I travel the world? Right? And that subtle shift in word choice is the difference between a poor mindset and a rich mindset, because the poor mindset feels like you're stuck in the rut, you can't get out of it. There's no sense of being able to break through to achieve any of that. When you switch to rich mindset and you start asking yourself why, that feels empowering. That feels so powerful. You feel motivated. You're so focused on getting to where you want to be, because now when you start asking how, it's like, okay, shit, what can I do to get there, right? And then those little steps and the shift in your mind will get you to where you want to be. Point number 2, stick in your lane. All right? So I give this analogy of, when you're driving a car, right? You want to focus on your lane. You want to focus, look ahead, right? The only time you look behind or to the side is when you're doing a shoulder check, and that is when you're switching lanes. No. We want to stay focused on our lane, and that's the same. It's like the tortoise and the hare. I'm sure you've heard that story about how the tortoise was so slow when he started out, and then the hare was jumping around everywhere. The hare took a nap or something on a tree. I don't really remember. But long story short, when the hare woke up from their nap, the tortoise was so close to the finish line that even though he was inching away so slow that the hare couldn't even catch up to him. And the point of that story is to tell all of you to focus in front. Focus your time and energy and attention to the things that matter to you, to the things that fuel your burning desire to achieve greatness. And to do that, you have to stay tunnel vision focused on your goal. You gotta look forward, because if you're looking around, guess what? You're gonna swerve, you're gonna hit someone, things aren't gonna go well if you do that. So make sure you stay focused in your lane. You just focus on what you're doing. And sometimes, I get it, all right? Like, John, social media, this and that, everyone's so successful. Like, look at them. Like, I want to be like them. There's no way I could do it. Well, I'm here to tell you that you're wrong, because guess what? Social media is just a highlight reel of someone. And when you look at their highlight reel, they've started where you're at, but they've reached some sort of pinnacle of success, but they don't show you the journey it takes to get there. So you're on that journey. You can't compare someone, who's already made it there. And you always have to keep that in the back of your mind. So what I like to do is once a week, or if I feel overwhelmed about the content on social media, I like to unplug myself. If I'm following someone else and it makes me feel like shit, or makes me feel uncomfortable and happy with who I am because I see the success that they have. And don't get me wrong, like, as much as we hate to admit it, and it's easy to just shrug it off and say, oh, like, don't be jealous of others, right? You should be happy for them. But guess what? Like, we all fall for that. So easiest thing to do, unfollow them, unsubscribe, or better yet, just unplug yourself, right? Cut out all that social media, delete all the zaps, just cut it all out, right? And really focus on yourself. Every couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks, I like to do that. Just unplug for the weekend. Don't open social media, and focus on myself, and really sit down and write out my plans, my goals, and what I need to adjust and what I need to focus on to get to where I want to be. Point number 3, what is it going to cost you? Now, when people talk about cost, we tend to think of the monetary value of things. Like, what is a camera going to cost? What is my time going to cost? It's calculated in dollars. Well, I'm here to tell you that there's something that every human being has that's actually more valuable than money, and that is your time. So you have to really stop and think about, what is it going to cost you in time, right? And I like to do a little exercise where, there are some things that I really wanted to do, and I keep on telling myself that, right? I want to hit the gym. I want to start a business. I want to start my own podcast. I want to become a realtor. I want to do Amazon FBA. And you always have a list of things that you want to achieve, but you tend to push it off to the side. So let's start there. Make a list right now of the things that you want to do, but you push off to the side and you never get to it. All right? So pause this video, do that right now. Okay. Now you've had your list of things that you've put aside that you might tell yourself year after year, John, New Year's resolution, okay, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to commit to that. Okay, this year I'm going to start my podcast. Whatever that is, that's your first list. Now, I want you to move on to the second list, and that is to address the why. What's that thing or that thought or that feeling that's holding you back from achieving that or taking that initial step to work towards the goals that you've set but you've put off? What's holding you back? For example, going to the gym, it could be, I want to go to the gym, I really do, but I really don't like the feeling of being all sweaty and disgusting after, right? It could be. Or it could be, I want to start podcasts, but I don't know who to interview. What if people judge me? What if no one listens to me, right? So that could be something that's holding you back as well. So let's address all of your holdbacks, your emotional holdbacks, scenarios that could occur. It might be judgment from friends or family. Let's address that right now. So pause this video, address that. Okay, moving on to the last column. And that is where you're gonna write out exactly what it's gonna cost you by not taking the actions that you wanted to take to achieve the things that you've put off? What is it going to cost you, right? For example, if you don't commit to working out 4 times a week, it's going to cost you your long-term health. And now you got to think about, okay, like what would that look like if it cost me my long-term health? Maybe, I'm going to get really sick, and then I won't be able to do and enjoy life the way I am right now. Or it could be, okay, maybe, if I don't start this podcast, I'm going to regret it because, I'm not going to be able to meet and connect with so many wonderful individuals and the opportunities that I will miss out on by not starting this podcast. So I really want you to pause this video as well for the last time and focus on what will it cost you, not only in time, not only in money, but what will it cost you if you don't take action and to do the things that you've put off, right? So once we address all 3 of these factors, I hope it brings you a sense of clarity as to, now you got to figure out, like, okay, are my fears and my holdbacks legitimate enough for me to lose out on the potential, or are they just like who cares? Like, the reward and what you're gonna potentially get out of it is so much more than the opportunity, so much greater than what is holding you back, right? And that's what I realized too. Like, even when I started this podcast series, I did the exact same exercise, wrote down everything on my list I wanted to do, and I addressed the holdbacks, the concerns, I addressed the opportunity cost, and I realized, heck, like, what is it really gonna cost me if I don't do that? Oh, like, it is gonna cost me a lot more, even though I'm really scared to do that and I'm still figuring things out. But it's gonna cost me a lot more if I don't take this action and I succumb to these really little, minute, stupid holdbacks, right? So hope you guys found that helpful. Again, this is the top 3 mindset hacks that will help you reboot, reassess, reevaluate, get you in that right place of mind to get you out of the funk and on your way to greatness. So if you found value in that, please remember to hit that subscribe button, ding the notification bell. Be sure to stay tuned for more awesome content like this. I'm gonna drop an amazing video like this every Monday. I'm also gonna mix it in with my podcast series, and as well as some real estate knowledge in there and investing knowledge in there as well. So thank you so much for taking your time to watch this. I really appreciate you. Thank you. And we'll see you on the next one. All right, bye.